Hey everyone, it is Mario Tomic here, and in this video you're going to learn the one rare trick to get rid of belly fat. And if you have a very short attention span, if you can't stand videos longer than 1 minute, here is the trick. It goes as follows. Find the most sustainable and enjoyable way to enter and stay in a calorie deficit for prolonged periods of time while getting adequate amounts of protein, eating vegetables with every meal, doing progressive resistance training, and if you really enjoy it, adding some cardiovascular training on top of that, and keep doing that until you reach your goal weight, and then switch to more of a maintenance phase where you eat more so you're no longer in a deficit. That is it. That's the whole one weird trick, right? Not very flashy, isn't it? So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, now if you guys have a longer attention span, if you want to actually stick around to learn some more stuff, what inspired me to make this video and learn a bit more details, well, let's crack into that good stuff, okay? So the reason why I made this video is because I'm getting hit by so many different ads about keto, paleo, carnivore, cleanses, all kinds of retreats where you eat nothing but kiwis and mangoes, and you're fasting, you're doing all kinds of crazy shit, and I'm getting hit by this every single day, okay? Now, I'm reading those ads, and I'm just very fascinated by how many angles there are to this whole idea of eat less and move more that don't really tell people what makes the change, what causes the change, while at the same time getting their money and buying into this product, usually that has nothing to do with like how you get results and keep getting results. And how many of these can really happen and how many iterations over the years occur? And I keep seeing different versions of it. Now keto is very fancy, and then maybe next year there's going to be something with fasting. Maybe afterwards it's going to be something with a carnivore diet or whatever not. And that's a whole different debate and a whole different rant I don't want to get into right now. The whole carnivore diet, where you basically have a diet that goes against everything that we know is healthy. I mean, eating vegetables, fruits, and we really know that, and we have the most data scientifically that you can get, that this is really the healthiest thing you can do. And then you have the diet approach that is the exact polar opposite of that, and now people are going for that. I mean, it's just very, very silly, all right? Now, I don't want to get into a rant on that. I'm going to make a video on the carnivore diet. If you guys are really interested in it, drop a comment below. I'll check it out, how many of you guys are interested in it, and I'll maybe do a video on that. But really is that one of the most important factors that you need to understand when looking at all these dietary approaches is, number one, they all work if you stick with them and if they actually create a calorie deficit, if you get the protein, if you do resistance training and do all that stuff, you're going to build a great physique with almost all of them. Now, the real issue is that people don't understand the mechanisms, and you guys are really smart, you guys are here, you guys have a longer attention span at this point, and you understand that there's a mechanism to it. So you understand that it's really about finding the best way for you personally, because you have a unique lifestyle, unique genetics, you have different environmental factors, and you have a different goal, which is really, really important. Someone who wants to get jacked and shredded will not have the same approach as someone who simply wants to lose 10 pounds, feel a little bit better, and not really care so much about how much muscle they're carrying, right? So it's different, and that's important to understand. Now, what's frustrating for me is I see a lot of people falling for these dietary approaches, and then, when they fail, is they think something's wrong with them, and that's the most frustrating thing to me, and it's really, really sad, because we have a center in our brain called the habenula, which actually registers failures. And if you get enough failures, it's almost like this little list of failures that you record in your brain, and over time what this center in your brain actually regulates is the motivation to try again. So if you have a lot of failures, if you tried a lot of things, when people say, well, Mario, I tried everything and nothing works for me, it's one of the signs that they've really failed with a lot of these conventional approaches, which insanity, keto, cutting out carbs, like Atkins, like different types of like high-carb, low-carb, whatever the hell, and they tried a bunch of this stuff and nothing worked. And now they're not as driven or as motivated to keep going. They're not as driven, as motivated to actually keep going and trying until they find what works for them, because they think it's them. They don't know that it's not the method. They don't know it's really that the method is the fault, the thing that is false for them, that the method itself didn't teach them what really works. And that's what's really frustrating for me, because I hate seeing people getting demoralized, and I hate seeing people not standing up for themselves, and I hate seeing people not really realizing their own potential. And we see this all the time when we do intake calls to join Fitness Mastery, which is my mentoring program. A lot of people are kind of like, oh, Mario, I'm 40 years old. I don't know if I can get down 10% body fat. I'd be happy if I can just lose 10, 20 pounds. And even younger guys, in their 20s, they're like, oh, I don't know, man. I tried keto. I tried everything. Nothing really worked. Can we just do something, just to get down to like 15% body fat? And just see like this lack of, people lack of belief. They don't even believe that they can do it. And one part of it is because they bought into so many of these bullshit approaches that don't teach you much. They just give you a program and prescribed program. Here, follow this. And they never really teach you how your body works, what you need to do to adjust for your body, and really how this thing actually works on a mechanistical level. And that's really what's fascinating for me. As an engineer, I try to reverse engineer everything, and I love to learn about the process. The process is actually what's really exciting for me. It's even more exciting than the result itself. I love the process. I love the process of pushing myself. I love the process of seeing my body change. I love the process of evolving, learning more, upgrading myself. And that's the most exciting thing for me. Now, you might not be like that. You might really want just a result. But either way, you got to learn how the process works. You got to really understand the process. And that's what's going to enable that long-term shift to happen. And, I can easily tell you eat less, move more, but that doesn't really fix things. And, people always try to supplement around hard work. They try to supplement around putting in the effort. And look, I'm being very, very honest with you guys here. You guys know I'm no bullshit. There's just nothing that you can do. Like, you can't supplement around hard work. You can't supplement around persistence. You can't supplement around self-awareness. You can't supplement around being adjustable and finding ways to work and just being that gritty, resourceful individual, which you need to be if you want great success, if you want to achieve a result that only the 1% can achieve. And that's a lot of you guys that are very ambitious. You want to push yourself. And to get there, you really can't afford to buy into any dogmas and any bullshit. You really have to understand how this stuff works. And I'm proud to really see a lot of you guys here. When someone leaves a comment, they're like really just bought into some bullshit. You guys actually correct it, and you guys leave some great tips and great advice for those people, because that tells me that you guys are super educated as a community. I think we're above the average, way above the average of what most people know about nutrition, and that really makes me happy. So I just wanted to also give you guys some props for being an awesome community, because you guys understand a lot how this stuff works, and you are not just holding it for yourself, you're sharing it and you're helping others. Now, if you're new to the community, if you're just watching this video for the first time, you're like, what the hell is this guy ranting about? Really pay attention to the beginning, what I said. And understanding those mechanisms and then knowing how to tweak that for yourself is really like, I'm giving you what works. I'm telling you exactly what works based on all the scientific data that we know, and all the evidence really points in that direction. And when I'm giving a recommendation, when I'm telling you guys what works, I'm looking at the entire scope of evidence. I'm not just looking at one study, because you can find a study to confirm absolutely anything, like one study. But when you look at the entire scope of evidence of all the scientific stuff that we have so far, it really points in a direction that we can tell for sure is something that works. And that's what I want to share with you guys. That's what I keep sharing with you guys. I want to keep pushing you guys as well to reach the next level. Because guess what? It's easy to lose a little bit of weight and then kind of get complacent and settle for average, but that's not how greatness is achieved, and that's not what I want for you guys. I want you guys to push yourself, and that's one of my core values. I always look for ways to add value with my clients. We always look for ways to upgrade my life and also help you guys as well. So that's what I want to share with you guys in this video. One thing, actually, if you guys are interested in connecting with me, I actually have a free Facebook group that I just created, so you can find a link for that in the description below. It's going to be pretty cool to see you guys there and say hi and greet you in the Facebook group. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit of ranty, but I just wanted to share with you guys a bit of my perspective and a bit of my frustration, honestly, recently, that I was seeing so many ads on this. It's the holiday season after all, so there's the record number of Black Friday keto bullshit has appeared, and now it's gone. And just wait for Christmas. There's more keto bullshit. You can go all have a nice keto Christmas. Nothing against keto, by the way. It can work for some people. But as far as like the one size fits all, clearly it's not, and that's what we all need to know. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Give me a bell icon there to get notified of future videos to enjoy. If you guys really like this type of content, make sure to hit like. If you don't like it for some reason, if you hate my face or something like that, hit dislike. No hard feelings, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.